Just a day after finding out our first Eastern Conference semifinalists, tonight we found out our second pair of the Eastern Conference Semifinals. It's going to be the second-seeded Toronto Raptors versus the third-seeded Philadelphia 76ers. Both teams closed out their series in 5 games. In my initial playoff predictions, I had the Raptors winning their first-round series convincingly, 4-1. And hey, I was totally right. Well, I said the Magic would take one home game, but they took one game on the road. Still, I win. And for the second series, I had the Philadelphia 76ers beating the Brooklyn Nets in 6 games. Philadelphia won, but did that in 5 games. So I was right about the winner, just wrong about the exact result. Enough about the first round though. Let's look toward the second Eastern Conference Semifinals series. Toronto Raptors vs Philadelphia 76ers. During the regular season, both teams met 4 times, with Toronto coming out as a winner in 3 of those meetings. None of the games was really close, with every win being 10 points or more. During the regular season, the Raptors had the 8th best offense, scoring 114.4 points per game. They hit 12.4 threes per game, which was the 8th best mark in the league, and in total connected on 36.6% of attempted three-pointers, the 6th best mark in the league. Toronto didn't pass the ball very much, averaging only 25.4 assists per game. The Raptors aren't a particularly good rebounding team, averaging 45.2 rebounds per game, the 17th best mark in the league. They are particularly bad on the offensive glass, averaging only 9.6 offensive boards per game, the 7th worst mark in the league. When it comes to defense though, the Raptors are pretty good. For starters, they hold opponents to 108.4 points per game, the 7th best mark in the league. Opponents shoot only 44.9% from the floor against the Raptors, which is the 5th best result, and from 3, they allow 34.5% of connections, top 10 in the league. Toronto is also top 10 in steals and blocks, and when fouled, they hit 80.4% of their free throws, the 3rd best mark in the league. Philadelphia, on the other hand, is equipped with the 4th best offense, scoring 115.2 points per game. They're not a high-volume 3-point scoring team, hitting only 10.8 threes per game and connecting on 35.9% of total attempts, the 9th best mark in the league. Philadelphia is one of the best passing teams in the league. They average 26.9 assists per game, the 4th best mark in the league. Defensively, Philadelphia allowed their opponents to score 112.5 points per game, the 19th best mark in the league. They do guard the 3-point line, allowing only 10.3 makes and 34.2% success rate, both the 4th best marks in the league. Opponents shoot 45.5% from the floor, which is a top 10 mark. Otherwise, Philadelphia doesn't excel in any other defensive aspect, finishing outside top 10 in both steals and blocks. So what do we have there then? A very talented Philadelphia team who probably has the best starting 5 talent-wise in the Eastern Conference. And we have the Toronto Raptors with one superstar in Kawhi Leonard and very good parts around him, including bench. A big X factor in this series is Joel Embiid's health. Philadelphia has 2 really big guys in their front court, with Boban and Embiid. But Embiid is really the key here. If his knee holds up, Marc Gasol and Serge Ibaka will have their hands full. I imagine they are going to put Kawhi Leonard on Jimmy Butler or Tobias Harris. They might even put Kawhi on Ben Simmons a bit, although I don't see that happening a lot since Muggsy Bogues could guard Ben Simmons on the perimeter, since there's no chance he'll shoot over you and make the shot. Simmons should have a hard time driving the lane this series because of Gasol and Ibaka, and both are obviously out of their primes, but still good inside defenders. Another X factor this series is Kyle Lowry. He's been really inconsistent during any playoffs. He had that game 1 versus Magic with 0 points, then had 22 points the next game, and then had only 9 points in game 4. I mean, there's a certain unknown that comes with Kyle Lowry in the playoffs. Lowry can still pass the ball, but if you don't have to guard him as a scorer, it really would make the life easier for the Sixers. Also, how are benches going to perform? We know Toronto has better players and have a deeper squad, but can Philadelphia at least hang with Toronto when their stars are off the court? I think Toronto has more versatile players as well, more willing and capable defenders. One very important factor we shouldn't miss is coaching. Nick Nurse is a first-year coach with the Raptors, but he has shown so much more when it comes to being able to adapt, change game plan, set up situation plays and schemes. Brett Brown, on the other hand, has been criticized for his inability to adapt to situations. They don't really have any favorite or working plays they could use in certain situations all the time. It's more of a get the ball and improvise basketball, which isn't necessarily bad when you have great players, but it's not optimal to say the least. Also, a hobbled Joel Embiid shouldn't have as easy of a time against Gasol as he did against Jared Allen in the first round series. Gasol is quite a big body at 7'1" and won't be as easy to push around. So for my prediction, I take the Toronto Raptors in 5 games. I just think that the Raptors are a superior team. Brooklyn Nets, a team that plays hard and with passion, at the end of the day didn't really have the necessary talent to compete with the Sixers. Toronto does, and I think this series is where Brett Brown really gets exposed as a coach, because they're gonna hit adversity, and when it's gonna be time to adapt and try something new, they just won't be able to. Sure, Embiid can go off and stuff like that, but I think Toronto is okay with him getting the stats as long as the Raptors win in the end. Ben Simmons has to get a shot during the offseason, and I don't care what some analysts on TV say that he could be dominant like Giannis without a shot. Well, Giannis at least attempts some, and Giannis is more physical and just a better player at this moment. In the end, I think the biggest liability for the Sixers is the head coach and the lack of a proper bench. 4-1, Raptors win and move on to the Eastern Conference Finals. Thanks for watching, guys. I probably predicted this one wrong and you have your predictions, so be kind and leave them in the comments. What factors do you think are the most important in this series? Drop a like on this video, comment, share this video with your friends, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel and press that bell button to not miss any upcoming content in the future. It's playoff season, so there's a lot of playoff content right now, but there is much more historical content in the channel as well, so take a look. Thanks. This was Purple Prince, and I'm out.
Parents planted seeds out the dirt I rose. Knew I was a star when you born with it, you know. Pockets on swole, full of dead presos. Lately I've been flexing like that nigga Rondo. Shorty dated too many niggas I know. Coming from the streets, you know that's a no-no. Quick to send a text, I don't need your convo. Lately I'm ignoring everyone that I thought I